about you? I snap on it because I look at you different. Why the about my baby mom? I don't give a yo. If you ever was the talk nigga, she'll tell you that.
I would never talk to that on my level. She ain't do fuck nothing to me, and she never been in my circle. She never been around me. I didn't know.
And you've been bringing it up. So now I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm never gonna touch you again. I'm never physically gonna hurt you. You marry this nigga, I'm blowing his fucking head off on everything I love. I'm going back to prison on everything. Man, I ain't gonna talk about that. I told you stop throwing it in my face. If this is what you're gonna do, go in and do it. Stop throwing it in my face. All right, I just left you 2 months ago. Stop throwing it in my face before I kill you. That's what I'm telling you, because that's what my mom said. I was over there.
Natifa and Armand had been married before, and they had a son together, which is one of the kids seen with Natifa. Armand was rich at the time and had lots of properties around Philly and Miami. But due to his criminal records, he acquired most of the properties in Natifa's name. Something happened along the line, and Armand had to go do some time in jail again. So, he put Natifa in charge of all his properties for her to take care of it while he was away. Not too long after, Natifa was put in charge. She changed the ownership of all the properties to her name, divorced him while in jail, and worst of all, she got married to another man and started a new life. Now,
damn, that's cold, bro. All a man asks for is loyalty. That's it. But sometimes, fellas, that's just too much to ask from certain women.
Now, after Armand did his time and was out, he discovered that all his properties were listed in someone else's name. He confronted Natifa and demanded for his properties back from her, but she kept playing him, going back and forth, still flaunting luxury on her social media with her new man. Armand got angry and started sending threats. She recorded everything, the conversations, text, voice notes, mail as evidence, because she knew he was going to do something crazy.
Based on what she did. Wow, son, that's crazy. So she took this guy properties, divorced him while he's in jail, got with another dude, and spending his money with the other dude. That's deceitful, man.
Us to be together, like, I really do.
But she didn't know when or where, until the day he traced her down to the barbershop where she took their son for a haircut and unlived her right in front of their shun. My question is, didn't he know the kind of woman he married, and why would he entrust everything to her? Is it love or what? We live in a world where it's hard to trust oneself, not to talk of trusting someone else, especially with money and luxury. Dear viewer, was it right or wrong for him to have entrusted all his properties to her?
The worst thing a man could do is trust a bird, especially with his money. Look, fellas, you gotta understand who you are with, okay? If you're with a woman who is not financial savvy, however, she loves taking trips, she loves going shopping, she loves going out to eat, bro, she's who she is. She will always look at you as a come up. So once he went to jail and left everything in her name, she looked at that as a lick and an opportunity. But it's sad that it cost her her life. But it's all based on her actions. Because what she did was pretty much torment that man to the point where he did what he did. But think about that, right? Think about if you work hard in life and you're able to invest in properties and things like that, and then you put your trust in a woman, and not only just any woman, she's also the mother of your child. So based on the fact that you had a child with her, you will think, okay, she will hold it down. because we have a kid together, right? No, birds don't think like that, bro. That's not the way a bird thinks. A bird thinks opportunity. And she did this man dirty. Sad.
Are his reactions and actions justified? Why would he end a life due to materialistic things? No weapon, no suspects in custody. It was a crime that left more questions than answers. The barbershop on West Lehigh Avenue wasn't just a scene of tragedy. It was the epicenter of an investigation that quickly intensified. Nitifa Wade's murder wasn't random, and police knew they had to act fast. But with no clear evidence to guide them, the clock was ticking. Investigators scoured the scene for any trace of evidence. Every inch of the barbershop was examined. Door handles, floors, windows. But the weapon used to take Nitifa's life was nowhere to be found. The absence of this critical piece of evidence complicated the case further. Witnesses described hearing the gunshots, but the chaos of the moment left their accounts scattered. Law enforcement pieced together a basic timeline, but a clear narrative was still out of reach. Realizing the case was at a standstill, the police turned to the public for help. A $20,000 reward was announced for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible. Flyers were distributed, tip lines were flooded, and the call for justice echoed across the community. But even with the reward, leads were slow to surface. How effective do you think these rewards are in solving cases like this? As the investigation continued, pressure mounted. Every day, Armand Hilton remained at large. Fear grew. Would the man deemed armed and dangerous strike again? Police poured resources into tracking Hilton down, working day and night to follow up on every lead. But with no weapon and only fragments of information, they faced an uphill battle. Some people said she should have returned what belonged to Armand and move on with her new man. But that doesn't give him the right to take her life. He promised to take her life and go back to prison, and that's exactly what he did, but still hasn't gone to prison. For her family, every moment without answers feels like an eternity.
I just came ready to say, my birthday is tomorrow. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
You don't have a tripod at all? Somebody stole hers. Somebody stole it? Somebody gave it. I burnt my leg. I lost my mind. I was only drunk because I didn't have no food. Nobody cared that I didn't have food. Y'all just kept giving me Patron. I didn't have any food all night long, and I paid all the money for that food.
Philadelphia police have identified a suspect in connection with a deadly shooting inside a North Philly barber shop. 44-year-old Armand Hilton is wanted for murder, robbery, and related charges. Police say he shot and killed Nitifa Wade inside a barber shop on Lehigh Avenue on Saturday afternoon.
It was a quiet Saturday afternoon in Philadelphia. A barbershop, just like any other, filled with the hum of clippers and friendly chatter. Families walked by, unaware that this ordinary day would soon be shattered by an act of unspeakable violence. A single gunshot, then another. The peaceful neighborhood was jolted awake as chaos spilled onto the street. Inside the barbershop, a life was taken in the blink of an eye. But this wasn't just any random act of violence. The killer? Still out there, armed, dangerous, and leaving behind more questions than answers. But this isn't just a story about a murder. It's about a chilling trail of evidence, a suspect with a shadowy past, and a motive that will leave you questioning everything. On October 7, 2023, in North Philadelphia, a barbershop on the 2500 block of West Lehigh Avenue became the scene of a fatal shooting. A 40-year-old woman, later identified as Nitifa Wade from Coatesville.
Damn, she was 40? Wow, son. And this is what I be saying, bro, is like these women be chasing this lifestyle, right? And they refuse to work hard to fund their lifestyle. Like when a woman is used to finessing men for money or doing little things to get money from men, that becomes who she is. And sometimes she might finesse the wrong man. And that's what happened in this case. Sad, man.
Pennsylvania, was shot in the torso and head. Medics pronounced her dead at the scene. Why did this happen? Was this personal or part of something unsettling? And how did a quiet corner of Philadelphia become the backdrop for such a brutal crime? Stay with us as we unravel the layers of this perplexing case, exploring the investigation that followed, because the deeper we dig, the more disturbing this story becomes. From the moment the shots were fired to the manhunt that's gripping an entire city. And what we uncover might just make you look over your shoulder tonight. And at some point, I'm going to introduce the most intriguing twist in this story that will leave you perplexed. This is the tragic story and mystery behind the tragic death of Nitifa Wade. This tragic story took place in Philadelphia, often called the City of Brotherly Love. Has a rich history, but faces significant...
Look, we got the gist of it, man. Pretty much, this is a man who put his trust in a bird. And I gotta call it for what it is. She tried to finesse him, and I believe he trusted her because he had a son with her. So it's like, if you can't trust a woman that you had a kid with, it's like, who can you trust? And that's why as a man, you gotta be very selective when it comes to choosing the right woman. One, to marry, and two, to have a kid with. As a man, you have to be very selective with that. The worst thing you could do is marry a woman who is materialistic. Any woman who is materialistic, fellas, that's a bird. She got a bird mindset. She will always chase superficial things in life. In this chick case, she wanted to live the lifestyle. Look at me, I'm on a yacht. Look at me, I got a new purse. I'm out shopping. Fellas, the signs are always there. But however, some men think that they are special. And this is what happened to this dude. He thought she loved him for real. And that's why as a man, you gotta pay attention to the signs, because look, the signs are always there. We could say whatever we want, but the signs are always in front of our face. If you get with a woman and she wants you to take her shopping, let's go on mad trips, let's go to eat. If that's her thing, if that's the only thing that she cares about in life, dog, you ain't gotta wonder. She's who she is. That's not the type of woman that you put your trust in. That's not the type of woman that you choose to wife, because it will always backfire. Fellas, be wise out here. But like I always say, the people who suffers the most in these types of situations are always the kids, bro. Because that son is going to be forever traumatized. Having to watch his father do that to his mother based on his mother's actions, it's just sad, man. The bottom line is, you don't pay. Ladies, it don't pay to have a mindset to feel like you should finesse men, because sometimes it can cost you your life. And that's what happened in this situation. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ, and I'm out.